Hello everyone, it's Brenda Quintana here. Also, happy Valentine's Day to all my sweethearts out there. Um, Even if you don't have a traditional sweetheart, I kind of think of Valentine's Day as like a friendship day too, because we love people without just necessarily romantically loving people. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you. And it's kind of funny because as paper crafters, we don't do Valentine's Day projects on Valentine's Day because we want to share our projects in advance so that you have project for Valentine's Day. So today we are not making Valentines. We are going to be making this adorable little Easter basket, and this one is made from two hexagons, one for the front and one from the back. And you notice I put a little greeting on the back, which you can too, or you could put it on the front, but it's just super sweet and not very hard to make at all. So I'm going to show you how to make this today. And as always, for my Friday projects, I will have a project sheet for you. That project sheet has, a picture of the project, it has a supply list, it has the instructions, and I always include a diagram on the second page, or most of the time, just to kind of help you with knowing what your project is supposed to look like before you assemble it, to make it easy for you. If you want this project sheet, you just need to be on my email list. And to get on my email list, just look down below in the description of this video and you will find a link to subscribe. And if you're already on my email list, rest assured you will get this project sheet as well. I send these out. I usually have a Friday project every week, so you usually get one project sheet a week with my email list. And also, if you are looking for past project sheets, the way to get them is also to be on my email list, because I have an archive where I will let you access my past project sheets. And I have project sheets going back 5 years, so there's a lot of different project sheets to be had. Now, I do also have some paid tutorials, and lately I've been getting some questions about those paid tutorials. I will do a few paid tutorials a year. It's once a month now. I used to do them in the past. I switched to doing all project sheets and encouraging people to order from me using my host code, because I would give out a host code gift. And that still continues. The host code gift still continues. But it will stop this spring when Stampin' Up! Changes its ordering program. So I've been wanting to get back into doing a free with purchase tutorial every month to reward customers for ordering from me. And this month's tutorial is this adorable butterfly shaped box. It can also be purchased outright if you don't want to order from me. Demonstrators are allowed to order from other demonstrators, just so you know. There's a little trick to it, so if you need to know that trick, I will share that with you. It's not, Stampin' Up! Doesn't keep it a secret. It's just like a matter of taking yourself off as the demonstrator and putting me on. And I'm not asking you to spend a fortune. It just needs to be an order of $20 or more to get my free with purchase tutorial. So this box, last month I had a heart-shaped box. So I will be doing that each month from now on. And the only way to get this for free is to place an order with me or to be a team member. So those are the two different ways to get it for free. All right, what else do I have to share with you? I just wanted to point out, I shared this on my Christmas cards not tutorial, a video, but I'm wearing a necklace today that was made by one of my customers in Puerto Rico. Thank you, Elizabeth, for my heart necklace. I'm wearing it today in honor of Valentine's Day. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, I have a host code this month, and let me pop that up here. This is my February 2025 host code. If you spend $50 or more with me this month, I will send you a package of party dots in March. And I just, 2 days ago, I just mailed out, the sun's really shining in here, so if you see my eyes blinking, that's why. If you ordered from me in January, those gems were sent out just 2 days ago. So they are now in the mail, but you had to have spent $50 or more. Otherwise, I do send a thank you card to everyone who ordered from me, but those with the 50 plus orders will get those gems. And same will happen next month. All right, let me pop this away. Stampin' Up! Will also reward you this month till the end of February if you place orders in increments of $60. There are different products that you can choose as a celebration reward, and that's on top of my reward. My reward is separate, so don't forget you get to choose that this month. So February is a great time to place an order. I see all of you are starting to come on, and I'm sorry I'm late this morning. I was working on my project sheet and it just got a little later than I intended. I don't always have my project sheet ready, but I like to show it on video sometimes because it really helps people see the amount of work I put in to have a really pretty project sheet for all of you. And if I can't show it on camera, people don't know that. So I wanted to make sure that you knew all about that. So I think that's all I need to tell you before we get started. All the things I use in my project today are available for purchase. I have them listed down below in the description of the video. They're on my blog, they're on the project sheet. And if you see something that I'm sharing that you don't know what it is, just let me know. Reach out to me via my contact form and I will get back to you. All right, I am going to switch over to my other camera and we will get started and make this project. Okay, let me just share with you these cute little baskets too. These are made using the 2024 to 2026 in color. So we will have these, shut this back a bit. We will have these colors for another year. And I love these colors for spring. They make a nice ensemble when you're sharing them. So just so you know, these boxes are about 2.5 inches across by 3.5 inches tall, and they're about 1 inch wide. I've used little tiny cellophane bags to put my candy in. And if you want to know where I got these are on Amazon, and they are just 2 by 3 inch bags. This little pink liner right here they're self-sealing. So when you pull them out and you put the candy in, you can peel off that piece, and it's sticky, so it just self-seals to the bag. So you can choose whatever candy you want to put in here. I'll talk about the candy now because I might forget at the end. In some of these baskets, I put these strawberries and cream M&Ms. They are available still probably right now. I'm not sure if they're going to be available going forward, but if you're going to do pinky purpley baskets, these look really nice inside, and they are white chocolate on the inside. You have people that don't like regular chocolate. I also used in this blue basket I use the Brock's Classic Jelly Beans. These are really good for kind of bright spring colors. If you want some muted colors, I didn't use any of these today, but the Cadbury mini eggs are also like a real big fan favorite. So definitely the Easter candy should come out pretty soon now after the Valentine's candy is gone. Sometimes you can pick up some Valentine's candy on sale the next day, the next week, and some of those colors might work well for Easter. Of course, egg shape is always fun. These M&Ms aren't egg shaped, but they're a little bit bigger than normal, so they almost look egg-ish, not quite, but I liked the colors a lot for these baskets here. And this one, I think I'm going to turn this one around. I like to show a little bit of this green jelly bean. It kind of looks nice with the blue-green on there. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to start off by, we need to cut some hexagons. So let's grab the big machine here. We need 2 hexagons, and I didn't mention yet what bundles we're using, but this is the Cute as Can Be. No. Meant to be. We've had so many of the bead as. This is the Meant to Be bundle. I don't think I used any of the stamps in this one today. I did use them last week with my hexagon nesting boxes, so I put the bundle link just in case you wanted both. Definitely the hexagons are great, but they do have B pieces in them too, and the B pieces really only look great if you use them with the stamp set. So I'm just going to we're going to do the smallest hexagon. We're making the smallest basket that you could make. I need my plates. So let's grab that. We've got our base plate number 1 and our thin die adapter number 2. We'll put down a cutting plate. We'll put down a piece. We're going to make a peach pie basket. This is the color of the cardstock. We already made these 3 colors here, so I thought we'd make one more of it in colors. And we'll just pop this on here, another cutting plate on top, and we're going to crank it through. I'm cranking through off camera. I'm going to have to stand up. Otherwise, it's not going to crank through. All right. Okay. We're not going to put my machine too far because we're going to need it again. Okay, so here is my hexagon. Always make sure you remember to take out this piece here. We're not going to use it today, but I have done this a couple of times now where I have to go and cut a second hexagon and I forgot to take this piece out. With this piece in, this hexagon die does not cut very well. So if your die is not cutting very well, flip it over. Make sure that you have the extra piece removed. Remember, you need to cut 2 hexagons for your basket. I've already prepped one, so let's just do 1. I'm just going to set that aside for a second, and we're going to grab our trusty scoring board, and we'll grab the hexagon. Put the hexagon, one of the flat sides, along the side. Make sure it's all the way against the board, flat, and then one of the tips of the hexagon will be up at the top. And then you're going to score this. Start at the 1 3/4 inch mark, come down, and when you get there, you're just going to keep going all the way down. It looks like, let me turn this so you can see it. Looks like that. This is going to be the flap of the basket. Okay. Let me put this away for a sec. And then we need to bring this in one more time. I like to score this piece so it looks like, or sorry, not score, emboss it. so that it looks like a basket. And we can do that with, this is the, I think if I'm correct, I think it's called Forever Plaid embossing folder. So I'm just going to fold this just like that. And I'm going to slide it in right here at the bottom. The reason I'm folding it first is I want to make sure that it's right kind of against this edge right here. And if I fold it, it kind of helps line up my basket right here. Okay, so now we're going to use the base platform. Make sure this hexagon does not shift around while you are prepping your place. So we're on the base. We're not using the thin die adapter number 2, and we're not using the clear cutting plates, okay? We're not using these, okay? We're just using the base platform number 1, the embossing folder, the cardstock, and then we're gonna put this dark gray plate over top, and then we're gonna run this through. And then you will see we've got this look, and now this looks like a basket. Okay, let's get all of these things out of the way for now. Make sure my chair is behind me before I sit down. Okay, so like I said before, you want to prep 2 of these pieces for your basket. And then if you want to, now would be a good time to remember to stamp on the flap. So my flap, have to decide which side you want, the emboss side or the deboss side. I like this side facing forward. So I'm going to bend this like this. So that means I have to stamp here. So I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to grab my Easter greetings, and I'm going to do tone on tone, peach pie on peach pie. If you like also, I think white embossing powder would look really nice, like embossed on white. So we're just going to take this. I'm going to kind of, I need to angle that, and then we've got Easter greetings just stamped on that little edge like that. Okay, place that aside, and we're going to grab, they are somewhere here. Aha. We're going to grab some mini dimensionals, and we're going to put 2 mini dimensionals underneath there, and then we're going to take this off. You could even do a 3rd one. Let's do 3, and then we're going to just fold this over, and now you've created a little bit of a little rim. And we're going to do the same thing with this one, except we're going to add flowers to this one afterwards. So for now, we're just going to put the dimensionals on it. Remove, 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 and there we go. Put that away. Okay, now I've got little mini hexagon dimensionals backings everywhere. Okay, so we've got our front and back of the basket all set up. Now we need to create this middle piece that goes and connects those 2 together. So let's grab our scoring board again, and we'll grab a piece of cardstock. Check the dimensions on my my project sheet. So we're going to need a piece that measures 5 3/8 by 1 3/4. We'll put the short side up at the top first. And I like to stand while I score, so I'm going to score at the 3/8 inch mark. Then turn the piece to the other short side and score at the other 3/8 inch mark. So this is what it looks like. We've got 2 score lines on either end. Then we're going to turn it to one of the long sides and score at the 5/8 inch mark, the 2 inch mark, the 3 3/8 inch mark, and the 4 3/4 inch mark. That's what it looks like. Then we will grab our snips. And we're going to fold and cut V's into all of these intersections. So I fold and I'm going to cut up like this to the score line. And you know, if you don't like to do it like I do it, you just do this. And you're basically cutting a V by doing that as well. But it's so much easier to do this. Fold and cut, because you go through both sides at the same time. So now you've got one side done, and you're going to do the same thing for the other side. The only fun thing with this is these little pieces, they shoot all over the place, but that's okay. That's what a paper crafting studio should look like, right? And then just on the end here, I'm going to put the same angle on these end tabs. So just come in and do those 2 ends. Like that. Voila. Okay, so now we are ready, we're practically ready to assemble the basket. First, we'll just fold along all of these score lines. Okay, then you're going to grab your front and back. We'll start with adhering. Both of these pieces are going to be adhered to this middle section. So I'm going to put on the middlemost tab, we're going to put glue here. We're going to line this edge up with the score line and kind of take a peek. You want it, you can see this score line and that score line. You want this to be like right on the edge. You can pick it up too and kind of see that it is like flat along there. Just give it a little press because it does have to adhere on the embossing and not a flat surface, so it's going to need just a little bit more than normal. And then we're going to do the same with this side. That bottom is going to come in between these 2 score lines here. The end of the basket, or the bottom of the basket, is lining up right with that score line. You can fold it over and just take a peek. Make sure it looks good. I like to have these both secured in place first before I do the rest of the tabs. It makes it easier. And then I'm just going to pick a side and I'm going to put glue on this tab and then this tab. And then I'll put glue on these tabs next. Then it's just a matter of, I want a bit more glue right there. It's just a matter of lining these up and then pressing on that seam. Again, you want that score line right against the edge of the basket right there. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. Just give it a little press between your thumb and forefinger. And then we'll do these last 2 tabs on this side, and then we'll flip and do the other side. So when I designed this box, I think, oops, one of the things I really like about this box or this basket is how it kind of comes in on an angle, and how that little extra piece of the hexagon gets folded forward into a flap. I think it really makes it kind of special. You can see this is not a hard basket to do. And then we're just going to put glue on these 2 tabs. Bring this in. Pull that back. Just take a little moment to make sure your score line is like right against the edge of the hexagon. Press, press, press. The other side. And then these last 2 tabs, just need a little glue on them, and then we'll press them in. And then I'm going to show you how to do the handle for this piece. Okay, so just going to come in and press the other side and press. Okay, there is the little basket. So now we want to create a little handle that will go over top of the basket. So I'm going to take a piece of cardstock, and this measures 6 inches by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to just score this piece at the 5/8 inch mark on both ends. 5/8, and then turn it, and this will be 5/8. So just on the very tips or ends, you'll have 5/8 of an inch. Then we're going to, and the reason we're doing that, so you can see right here, this is the 5/8 inch spot right there. That's going to adhere. Okay, so next we're going to take some Terran tape, and if you want, you can fold and then flatten, if you will. Okay. And then we're going to take this Terran tape. There's the end. And we're going to run it down the center of this piece. And if you wanted to, if you didn't want to add the ribbon, you could do this just with cardstock and create the handle just out of cardstock. But I like to add just a little bit more in the details. I'm just going to cut this off so it's right on the edge. And now I've got a piece of Terran tape stuck to the end of my finger. Okay, that's going in the garbage. Okay, so give this a real good press so it's on there. While the Terran tape liner is still on here, I want you to curl this just a little bit because we want it to, this to kind of come like this over top. Now, if you were doing this without the ribbon on top, then don't put this Terran tape on here, because this is only if you're going to put ribbon on here. So we're going to need about 6 inches of the ribbon. And so I'm just going to remove the liner here. Come on. All right. I'm going to, let's see, I think this, looking at the ribbon, I think one side has, you can see the stitching a little bit better than the other. Okay, Just going to get that stuck down. Okay. I've got some better ribbon scissors that I'm just going to use to cut off the ends. I always go a little bit bigger with the ribbon so that it looks that I can cut off the ends really nicely here. Okay. All right, so then you're just going to kind of shape your handle, and those two end tabs are going to glue onto the sides, these two sides right here. So we'll do one at a time. Put glue, and this glue holds fairly well onto here. It should hold the amount of candy. This is the Tombow multi-liquid glue. It's really the glue that I recommend for putting together your projects. And then just give it a little squeeze. And then we'll come over to the other side and put some glue over on this little tab. And then we'll do the same for the other side. Just trying to find the center. I put a lot of glue on there. I didn't need that much glue. It's just this is a newer bottle, and the amount of glue that is coming out is a little bit more than normal. Okay. All right. And then just kind of shape your handle. And then we just need to decorate the front because it's cute, but now it's basically a pink basket, or not pink, it's a peach pie colored basket, and it's a little bit. I'm just gonna put my stuff in place. Okay, so to decorate it up, we are going to take a piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm sure some of you have seen this adorable, where are you? Yes, over here. Wow. This adorable Storybook Friends bundle, and it's an Easter bundle. So we're going to use that. We're going to use our little bunny. This is one of the smallest bunnies. This is this guy right here. You could use one of the other Storybook Friends as well too. But seeing as bunnies are kind of traditional, we're just going to stamp the little bunny. And you can use whatever coloring method you want, but since we're talking about markers a lot this month because of the starter kit special, I am going to use the Stampin' Write markers to color this bunny, especially on a small stamped image where shading isn't always really possible. This is a really fast way to color and a very economical way because the markers are, I think these are around $15 in the US. So I'm just going to color my little bunny with the peach pie, matching peach pie marker. Each of the bunnies on the baskets I did match the color of the basket. And I'm leaving a little bit of white, the cottontail and the belly and a little bit of the ear. And then I've already done this. I've already die cut this with a matching die. So I have a bunny already ready. So this Storybook Friends comes with dies that cuts out all of these little images here. And then I also cut, so you wouldn't have to watch me do this. And actually my little flower dies are over at my die cutting station over across the room. But there's 3 smaller flowers of these. These are the meant to be dies, the ones that the hexagons came out of. And I just cut 3 of the smaller flowers. There's 2 dies that made these, so you can run through more at a time, or you could also switch out and do like 3 different sizes with these other flowers. And then what I'm going to do to attach flowers to the flap, when it's small like this, put the adhesive on the bigger piece rather than the smaller piece. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to draw like a little O, and I'm going to take, I think, which one is the smallest one? Oh, I think maybe these 2 are the same size and this one's the biggest one. So I'll take the biggest one and put it in the center. And then I'll draw another O over here. Come on. And stick this one on. And then over here. Oops. And my thumb is now as sticky as the flower. There we go. Okay, so that little pop of white really makes a big difference on there. And then we're going to grab some of these in color shimmer gems. And I've been using, with my shimmer gems, I've been using my take your pick tool, because usually I use my piercing tool, but that's not been working so well for me. So this somehow picks up these shimmer gems a little bit better than my piercer. This is the putty end. Somehow this putty just works magic. And I'm using the smaller shimmer gems on these ones because this is a small basket. All right, I'll put this away. Make sure you always put your cap on your putty. And then we have our little bunny. And somewhere here in this pile are some dimensionals. Oh, I think I stuck them back. Some mini dimensionals. And I'm just going to put a little mini dimensional under this foreleg right here on this side. Okay. Huh. Had to blow that little, there's little dimensional backings everywhere right now. I do have a garbage beside my desk. Okay. And then see how I've just got that right there? The little bunny is just going to come off the side like that. And the dimensional makes them stick out just a little bit further than the rest of the basket. Okay, and then as I said before, these are little 2x3 inch cellophane bags with a tear off liner so that you can self-seal them. And I just grabbed some of those Brock jelly beans and I put them in there. You can kind of nest them down if you wanted to. I think you could also turn these on its side like that and have them nest down a little bit further. You could put some other candy. You could put foil eggs in here. I like to contain these. See how nice this fits when it's on its side? I think it fits like a little bit. It doesn't come out quite as much, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out quite as much as if I did these ones. So if you just take this and kind of turn it a little bit and then pull it out just a little bit, I think that actually works just a little bit better. Here, let me turn it to the front. A little bit better because these sides right here are kind of helping to keep the bag in a little bit. So they're not going to fall out quite as easily, especially if you're going to do these for an event. So let me just reposition all of these. Kind of put them in on their side and then turn. That one I stuffed a little bit full. Okay, so if you turn it and pull it out just a little bit, got the little baskets, and you can do the same with this last one. Just kind of turn it just a little bit. Side here. There. Now these will really kind of stay in there a little bit, and that will make it a nice little thing that you can give away at Easter time. And you know, you do your favorite Easter candy however you want, and put that in there. This allows you to do loose candy. Foil candy is also really pretty, but doing loose candy like this, you can really see like the colors, and that's like really pretty, right? So there you go, some wee little Easter baskets that hold just enough candy for a nice little treat. I hope you liked that Easter basket. And if you enjoyed this video tutorial and you want to see more of me coming to you live every week, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. All of that helps me be seen by other people. It helps grow my business, my channel, and I appreciate that very, very much. All right, is there anything else I need to tell you? I will go through all the live comments that were posted and see if you have any questions for me as I go along. If you're looking for those little 2x3 bags, cellophane bags, they are in a link down below in the description of the video. So you'll find that at the end of my supply list. So, good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Louise. And happy Valentine's Day to you too. Hello, Mary. And hello, Nancy. Nancy says, I'll need to order that die set now. I know, aren't I? I've just so, last week we made, where are my little hexagon boxes? I think I nested them all inside here. You can hear them all. But last week I made hexagon boxes. This is a set of 5 nesting hexagon boxes, and I do think I made a beautiful project sheet for these hexagon boxes and I made them for all 5 sizes. So now you'll have a basket made with the hexagons and a nesting set of hexagon boxes. So 2 great 3D projects to do with those hexagons. All right, good morning, Rita, and good morning, Nola. And she says she likes the later start time on the West Coast. You know what, I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Boston, and I wish I could go live at 10 a.m., but this morning I was kind of busy getting the project sheet. I didn't finish. Like, I designed my basket earlier, but if I want to have more than one sample, then I have to, you know, do up some more samples. So I had 3 baskets. And then as I'm creating the sample, I'm also like, well, since I have all the pieces now, I better photograph the pieces for the project sheet. So it ends up always taking longer than one thinks to finish and get everything done. So I do like to go live at 10 a.m. Eastern, but that's not always what happens. And I am usually such a punctual person. It drives me crazy not to be on time. Yeah, what can I say? Creativity is not something that can always be scheduled and put in a box that, you know, it's one of the reasons probably why I wasn't as creative when I was younger. I didn't start being creative like this until I was much older, but it doesn't sometimes allow time constraints to happen because things just kind of have a natural flow to it. And there are people that are better at this than me, but I'm not. So I'm just happy that I can go live sometime on Friday morning and share a project with all of you. Hello, Marty. She says she's cold and sunny in Pittsburgh. And she said her stamp and die bundle are on their way. Awesome. Hello, I don't know, a nice Nisi knits left. Good morning from Georgia. Linda says she too likes the later time. Yeah, well, maybe I should consider moving it up to like 11 a.m. rather than going live at 10 a.m. I'm such a morning person though, so if I can go live at 10, I love that, but maybe I should push it till 11. Well, I'll think on that. Hello, Renee from New York. And Marty says, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Marty. Hello, Ellie from Connecticut. Hello, Corinne and Les and Tony. They're on Facebook. I have most people here on YouTube, but thank you for joining me from Facebook. And Corinne and Les and Tony, they all shared my video, so thank you. Corinne says, when you cut out the wings for the bee, it leaves behind pieces that look like bunny ears. I know, Corinne, they do look like bunny ears. This is what Corinne's talking about. These little pieces, they look like bunny ears, and I have yet to kind of find a way to, you know, it does kind of look like a bunny. I have yet to find a satisfactory way to create a bunny. Like, you could curve off this, but I haven't found a way that I'm happy to mass produce like a little bunny face. Like, you could do a little like behind a bunny, like you could put like a little pom-pom on the end right here, and it could be like a back facing bunny, which might work. But yeah, I thought about that, and I just couldn't find a satisfactory way to do it. So but very good point, and I'm sure there's someone that has done a bunny with that. Ellie says she loves the Easter baskets. Linda says hello from icy Oregon. Linda asks, what size is the hexagon? So I think one of the sides is, it's 1 3/8 are the sides for these ones. Terry says, very cute basket, easy to do and very colorful. Lenny says, cute basket. Gloria says, glue the strip another direction so the basket can be like a teacup. Oh yeah. Yeah, it could be like a little teacup if you glued it on to the side. Very cute idea. Tina says, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And she says, so adorable, Brenda. Thank you, Tina. Very beautiful paper craft says, these are so cute. Louise says, I'm going to try this and take the matching ink pad across the embossing. So Louise is talking about the embossed area here, and you take an ink pad and kind of use it to deepen the color by running it across an ink pad. That's a neat idea. Marty says she loves these. They could be Mayday baskets too. Yes, they don't necessarily have to be Easter baskets. I was just going, and here's my thought process when I name my tutorial. It's like, how many people can I reach, and how many people will think, you know, baskets, and an Easter basket is kind of like a certain, you know, shape with certain candies. So, but yes, they don't have to, it could be a picnic basket, it could be a summer basket, and you can put whatever greeting you want on it, and you don't have to put a bunny on it. It could be a duckling, it could be a plain basket, it could be a more serious basket. So I love it when you take my ideas and take them a step further and run with them. I think that's great. So I love that idea, Marty. Hello, Nalita. She says, nice baskets. Linda says she loves these baskets. And she says, I'm awesome. Well, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, Jackie says she received her gems today. Oh, awesome. That was really fast because that was only 2 days. I think I dropped them off. I dropped them off on Wednesday. So that's great. I find that mailing from this Boston area here, I think we're kind of a big hub. So I think we can get things out quickly, but wherever they land, it kind of depends if you're a big center and how far away you are from me. If you live in California, it's probably going to take a little longer going just regular mail. Nancy says, adorable. She's delivering 50 Valentine favors that I taught her how to make. Wow, that's a lot. And she's doing that. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. And thank you to all of you who go beyond your inner circle and you go and you share some of these 3D paper crafted projects with other people and you brighten their day. I think you guys are awesome. I think that's amazing. Deirdre, she said, you influenced me to get these dies too. I've started a binder with all your projects. Oh, thank you. That's very flattering. I appreciate that. And Mary said her bundle's on the way. Well, I definitely will think about going at the later time. I've just been going 10 a.m. for so long, but maybe an hour later would be not such a bad idea. Hello, Connie from North Carolina. Cindy says she'll finish up on the replay making pumpkin chocolate chip muffins and meal train meals for people. Oh, Cindy, that's very sweet of you. I love that. Louise says, thinking of using just the front of the basket on a card front. Yeah, that would work too. Yes, you could do that. So you just use the front, and then you're just going to have to kind of decide how you're going to maybe do the handle with ribbon then, right? Because ribbon, you can bend it, because this is kind of on its side a little bit here. So, but yeah, that's absolutely a great idea, using this as a little basket flat on a card. If you're more of a card maker, that would absolutely work too. All right, well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you do something a little special, either for yourself or someone else. Get together. My husband and I, we don't like to go out. Well, maybe it's mainly me. I don't like to go out on special occasions because I don't like crowds. Like a crowded restaurant is not my jam. So we are going to get some Thai food tonight. We have a nice little Thai food restaurant in town, and we'll get some Thai food, and I'm going to make a little dessert right after I make lunch for the both of us. I'm going to make a little dessert, special dessert for us for tonight. And so we'll celebrate Valentine's Day here together. It's nice. He came back last Friday. He was away for a month, and now I have him back. So just in time for Valentine's Day. So that is really nice. So I hope you all have a great weekend. Watch for my project sheet, which will be coming out tomorrow. And I will be back live next week on Tuesdays and Fridays as normal. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.